What's striking about the debate that we're having today and this discussion is that essentially our Republican friends and colleagues are asking us to go back to the policies that got us here in the first place. The folly of those 6 years when they controlled the presidency, when they controlled the Senate, and when they controlled the House of Representatives. So let me reacquaint all with their number forecast. They offered $1.3 trillion worth of tax cuts in 2001, and then came back in 2003 and said that wasn't enough. Let's cut taxes by another $1 trillion. The underlying argument that they offered at the time was that this would jumpstart growth, despite the fact, as we came off the Clinton years, with the greatest spurt of economic growth in the history of the world, a budget that was balanced for 4 successive years, and 22 million jobs. Their argument was, we can outdo that growth if we simply cut taxes by $2.3 trillion, and incidentally, not for the middle class. These tax cuts overwhelmingly went to people in the 1 percentile. Remember the theory that tax cuts pay for themselves? So let's contrast January 19th of 2001 with the end of the Bush years. $15 trillion worth of debt, deficits for as far as the eye can see, all under the guise of economic growth. So let me give you a number, not an opinion, but a fact. Those 8 years offered the most anemic economic growth at any time since Herbert Hoover was President of the United States. And what they ask for today in this budget is to have bigger tax cuts for wealthy people and eviscerate the guarantee of Medicare. To eviscerate the guarantee of Medicare.
I yield the gentleman an additional 30 seconds.
This is the party on the Republican side that tried to privatize Social Security during those years, and all they want to do is shoehorn these legislative proposals into tax cuts for wealthy people. And their argument today, despite these record deficits, is with revenue at 14.7% of GDP, headed toward Truman, by the way, rather than the Eisenhower years, when the town has argued for years about revenue being between 19 and 21%. They're going to cut Medicare to give tax cuts for wealthy people.